said all of that to say this. Yo, don't let nobody tell you don't do what you want to do here. Don't let anybody tell you not to follow your dreams. Don't let anybody try to talk you out of it. Because people will try to talk you out of doing things. Because maybe they don't believe anymore. They don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe in their dreams and their abilities to accomplish their goals. But so they project their fears onto you. Don't let nobody talk you out of that shit, man. Do what you want to do. It's your life. Do it your way. I promise you. You'll be way happier. What up? Mari G in the mix. This is crunch time. Mixtape comes out in 2 days, and I'm not done working yet. So, putting the finishing touches on it. Right now, this is the Joyce Cinderella one. The AU girl, and the tight up skirt. Yeah, that's the one I'm working on right now. I added a verse to it. So, it's a little extended version to that one that I never put that on YouTube, but that one went it did its thing on TikTok. So decided to add a little verse to it or whatever, but it's a lot been on my mind right in this last week. It's a place of insecurity, and I've been trying to find out, dig deep to find out where that insecurity comes from, right? Because this is I'm not gonna lie, as somebody who's been on like stages, DJed in front of thousands of people and whatever, or hundreds of people sometimes, this is a little nerve-wracking, I ain't gonna lie. What you hear in the music is me in my like comfort zone when I'm in my space by myself and I don't have to think, and I can just be myself, and my passion can like come out, right? But this space here, we're trying something totally different. This is completely different from anything I've ever done, like professionally, right? Or even personally shared. I said I've been recording songs for years. I've been working on like learning the process for years. Finally feel like I got to a point like 4 years ago, where I started to like be comfortable with what I was working on and start to like believe in it, right? And then as I started sharing with people, the belief grew because I realized that people were connecting with the songs, right? So this is a new little journey, but I ain't scared. In reality, I might be nervous, a little insecure, but I ain't scared. And that's what I realized is where the insecurity came from, fear. Because a lot of people like myself or in my age group who I talk to have, I don't want to say it's fear. Maybe not fear is the word for other people. Maybe that's it for me, but a lot of people my age who, let's say they're passionate about music, but they've been, they decided to go into the workforce or in corporate America or whatever the case is. The love is still there, but because we were, especially Caribbean people, I know, immigrants, we're taught that the only way to be happy and successful is to do certain things and work certain jobs. But I know a lot of people who aren't, they're working the jobs and they're making the money, but they're not happy because they're not doing the thing that they love. And, call it foolish enough. Shout out to my homie Foolish, but call it foolish enough, but I'm foolish enough to believe that I can do both. I can have my career, and I can also work on my passion. And that's what the internet does, is that gives you a platform to just share your passion. You could do it for free. So stop asking me why I'm doing this. Because one, I got the ability to do it, right? The talent's there. And the platform is there. The world has shrunk. The internet's there. So why not? I'm at the place where I don't, whatever it does, it doesn't matter, because this is just me sharing another part of myself. I said opening up and being comfortable sharing just me in my natural habitat, as I am, speaking freely, thinking freely. And that's what this journey is. And, I'm just one man, one person, but if that inspires somebody else to chase their dream or work on their passion projects again, I'm happy as hell. I'll be happy as shit. If somebody I know or somebody out there in the world sees what I'm doing, whether you like it or not, and say, you know what, that boy are crazy now, but let me go pick back up the camera. Let me go pick back up the pen. Let me go, do this and do that, or whatever the case is. I have a friend who designs, and she does that. She spends time doing that, and that shit makes me happy. I went to I'm gonna show you guys footage of this one. I went to a film premiere this week, and I was able to see somebody who works in the film world, I believe. But, she's just passionate about filmmaking, and she put together her own series. It wasn't a movie premiere, that was a series premiere, but Crib Lore. She put together put together, I don't know, she didn't write everything, but put together a series, a horror series. And I'm watching the room and seeing the reactions, and it's like, yo, that's dope, because people are being themselves and expressing their creativity in their own ways. Ran into some friends from college, or some people from college, at the event too. So that was cool. So it's like, I don't know, man. We gotta get away from thinking that there's only one way to do this thing. And a lot of us as immigrants, we're taught that you gotta go down a certain path to be happy. But that's the old school way of thinking. No. And our parents were only teaching us based on what they learned when they were alive or during their youth. But we're growing up in a very different world, very different space, very different time. So all I'm trying to do is honor myself the best way possible. And that may mean that, my thoughts and my ideas, my life may not align with everybody else's, and that's okay. You just gotta be comfortable with that. Some people are, too stuck in their comfort zones, and I don't belong in no comfort zone, man. I'm not a comfort zone kind of guy. I'm not comfortable. I'm happy. Don't get me wrong. I think people think that because I'm one of those people that you might be considered as like a never satisfied. No, I'm happy. I'm actually happy. I'm happier when I'm working on myself and working on my things that make me happy, my passion. That makes me happy. If I'm not doing that, I'm miserable. So this is that part of the process, or this is the part of life where I'm at. This is the part of my journey that you guys are seeing right now. And I said I'm here to hopefully spur somebody else to do the same, whoever that is. Do it. Why not? What you got to lose? We're all gonna die, man, eventually. We all return to dust. So while we're here, do what you love. Find a way to do it. Everything I've done in my life up until this point is to be able to do what I love in the way I do it, however I want to do it. Every job I've taken, every event I've done, every move I've made. I moved to New York with no money. I had no bread. Slept on floors, couches, slept in the studio. I just did whatever I had to do because I realized that the information that I was getting just from like YouTube and people that I knew in my circle wasn't enough to take me to the level that I wanted to get to. That's the hard part about it, right? Sometimes you have to realize when you're not good enough. And I realized that my music wasn't good enough back then. and I wanted it to be better. So I was like, where else can I do that? For some reason, I chose New York. I could have did that shit in Miami probably. I could have learned, and stayed home, but New York was calling to me. So found a way to get to New York. Stayed with my friends. Stayed with family, friends, wherever I could crash for the first 6 months until I got a job and like was able to like try to afford a place. That shit didn't work. Took whatever job I could take, kept getting fired because I was tired and I was just not focused because all I wanted to do was learn how to make music and stay in the studio. So that's the part of the journey that like every step I've taken, I realize now looking back is what has gotten me here. Because now I believe for sure that all those ideas I had, all those dreams and visions I had, I had them for a reason. So, yeah, I know. I didn't come here to talk this long, actually. But like I said, I'm trying to finish up the mixtape and make it sound right, because I'm a sound guy. I'm an engineer. I was an engineer professionally. So everything got to sound right and feel right. I got to feel it. Pause. Why? But it got to sound right, man. Music got to hit you a certain way. So I'm trying to get to that part right now. Make sure it hits, finish sequencing it, and then in 2 days from now, you're going to see this after the you might see this or not, but you're probably going to see this after the mixtape's already out. But this is where I'm at. Jason Derulo. I'm unconscious, drop it gorgeous, your body is flawless. Skin real smooth and your waist is smallest. Pretty every side you look good regardless. Girl, who are you killing and I'm calling you heartless. I'm calling baby, can you hear me? Yeah. I said all of that to say this. Yo, don't let nobody tell you don't do what you want to do here. Don't let anybody tell you not to follow your dreams. Don't let anybody try to talk you out of it, because people will try to talk you out of doing things. Because maybe they don't believe anymore. They don't believe in themselves, or they don't believe in their dreams and their abilities to accomplish their goals. But, so they project their fears onto you. Don't let nobody talk you out of that shit, man. Do what you want to do. It's your life. Do it your way. Promise you. You'll be way happier. A lot of times people are unhappy or depressed because they're not doing things their way. They're doing things based on somebody else's idea of the world, but we're all living in our own little bubbles, So do things according to how you want to do it, If you want to be a doctor, go be a doctor. I know I have homies that are doctors that are happy because that's what they wanted to do, and they did everything to get there. And they're following their journey and their dream, and that shit is amazing. I love seeing that, actually. But if that's not for you, then you know what I'm saying? What is it for you? I got homies that are lawyers. I got people that do a lot of different things, man. That's the one thing I'm also blessed to do is, and like I met a lot of people in my journey. I know a lot of people, some very well, some not so well, but I've come across a lot of people, and that's sometimes it doesn't make sense to people why I know so many people. But I get a lot of love from people in real life. Because one, I try to support everybody I know in some way, somehow. If you have a t-shirt line, I'm going to buy your t-shirt. If you write a book, I'm the friend that's going to buy your book. Just because, if I haven't supported yet, I might not see it, or I might not be aware, it might not be for me, but I'll be supporting everybody that has anything that they got going on, that they're working on creatively. Candles, I'll buy candles. Whatever you making, teas, you know what I'm saying? Whatever my friends and people I know are making, I'm going to support. I'm gonna try to find a way to support. If I can't support in real life, I'm gonna support on the internet. Show you love, and I think because of the amount of love I give out, I get a lot of love back. And as I said, I've come across a lot of people now. We're all celebrating each other. I think at least I'm celebrating the people that I know that are on their different journeys in whatever way I can. I said if I haven't celebrated, I might just not be aware yet, because especially in these last 6 months, I've been in my own world, my own zone, my own bubble. I haven't come out of it much because I'm like laser focused on tunnel vision, on executing this. This is all part of a plan. Like executing this mixtape, Remix Killer, and then actually releasing like my original stuff after that next year. So the last 6 months I've just been completely in a bubble. Haven't gone out much, haven't hung out much. Only when I do hang out is just to get some more inspiration and to take a break from just the working and the monotony of it sometimes. Like recharge. I go outside to recharge. Some people stay in to recharge. I go outside to recharge. I go around people. I go around noise. I love hearing loud music. So I just that's anyhow. We're gonna do this more often. I like doing this. I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, why? Until next time. Bless up.